Oh, hi, Mark.
In anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. In anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb.
Just another lonely night on the Journeyman's Highway. Hitchhiking. Trying to get to wherever you are in this great world of ours. It's Calling All Marks. I'm Justin Draven. How's everybody doing tonight, today, this morning, whenever you're listening to this, really? I'm live now, but not when you hear this.
What a story, Mark.
So, you'll be happy to know I've stuck to my guns and I've still rage quit watching wrestling.
What?
But I am still paying attention to AEW. I've completely given up on WWE, but AEW I still pay attention to. And like I said, the rumors are out there. I'm sure you've already heard them. Ric Flair just asked for his release. You know it's to go work with Andrade. Charlotte Flair is probably going to end up in AEW. WWE's probably going to sell. And if they sell, what happens to WWE?
What?
I don't know. It's going to be a weird time when they finally sell.
What a story, Mark.
But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Because like I said in other videos before, I'm pretty sure, I'm not here to talk to you about the rumors. I might give you my opinion on it, what I think. But I'm not here to talk about all that stuff. There's other channels for that, and I'd like to find my own lane.
What?
So, today I'd like to talk. I actually thought I'd name this episode Children of the Kliq.
What?
Because I actually got into a debate today on Twitter with someone about how I feel the Kliq is the most influential presence in wrestling history.
What? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
And now if I ever had the opportunity to interview any of the members of the Kliq, they would probably be humble and say that they were influenced by like a Ric Flair and he's the most influential wrestler ever.
Woo!
Or Hogan is the most influential wrestler.
Brother.
Or Terry Funk. Or Nick Bockwinkel. I doubt it. Somebody might say Kurt Hennig actually, and they'd probably be right about that too because he's pretty influential. But no one has been copied more than the Kliq. From coming out in jeans and boots and a leather jacket to throwing up the Too Sweet hand sign because the Elite still do that. People still do the suck it. It's crazy. You can see Shawn Michaels' influence on half the NXT roster before they all got released.
What?
You can see Shawn's influence most of every other roster in the country. You see people constantly imitating the swag of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Hey, yo.
The only one who might say that, yes, he does feel that he's like the most influential is X-Pac. Because he's a little arrogant. And he might try to fuck with you and rib you. But he'd probably be the only one to say, oh yeah, no, it was us. It was all us.
Woo!
Hunter, he'd probably be modest too because who knows how long he's going to have NXT now. But he would also be humble and say, oh no, I looked up to Harley Race or whatever, rah rah rah. And anything I've ever done can just be accredited to him. Some bullshit like that. But deep down they want to say, yeah, you're damn right that we're the most influential presence in wrestling. And they'd probably be right. Because they did the stuff that people are still talking about today. They did the most memorable stuff of the Attitude Era on both ends. WCW and WWF at the time. They had all the craziest storylines. They did all the coolest shit. It can't be replicated. It cannot be replicated. It's just impossible because we're at a different time. You can't do half the stuff that they did back then. It's just softer. But it's still good. It's getting good, especially in AEW. Woo! I'm excited to see Punk and Bryan Danielson. I'm excited to see Ric Flair show up. I'm excited to see Ashley Flair show up. And I would actually like to see something with the initials as a pun, AF. Like Flair AF or something like that. Something like that. I'm sure they can think of it. I think that would be cool. And to tell you the truth, I have a mission to get Miro to get Push It to the Limit as his theme song. Because I swear to God that would be the perfect theme song for him. And I tweet him at least 5 times a day telling him this, and I've never gotten a response once. I've tweeted Tony Khan, Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, all of them. None of them want to respond to me. And I honestly think they're making a mistake because I think that song would be perfect for him. And Tony Khan likes to license music, so give that to Miro. The Rick Ross version or the Scarface movie version. Either way, they're both epic and would be great for Miro. And I think I've even said this on previous episodes, so that's how damn adamant I am about doing this. Get it done, Tony Khan. Ooh. Elite AF. Woo! That's what they could do for Ashley Flair. I know I'm crazy. My mind thinks weird like that. But yeah. Elite AF. I guarantee that'll be her first shirt. Alright. So back on topic. Shawn Michaels has influenced almost every single normal size male wrestler wrestling today. And by normal size, I mean 5'10" to 6 feet guys. Like the Johnny Garganos and the Tommaso Ciampas and Adam Cole and those type guys. Plus him and Steven Regal trained Daniel Bryan, so there's that. Every big man in the game today climbs over the top rope, does a big boot, does the fist, does the elbow in the corner. They all basically copy Kevin Nash's moves. People, you don't really catch a lot of the guys who copy Scott Hall, but there's a few of them out there. You'll catch it. It's basically his punches and his pose. Basically, is what it is. Hunter, I don't know if you really see his influence as much from wrestling as you do his stuff with NXT and how he trains the new guys. And X-Pac, a lot of the cruiserweights, they copy his stuff because he was doing a lot of that cruiserweight shit. So, you know he influenced a bunch of them. I mean, shit, what's his name? Was it Kalisto who did the Bronco Buster? Somebody did the Bronco Buster. The chicks all do the Bronco Buster, which I think is kind of shitty that all the girls stole that move. I mean, it's good for if a guy's taking it, but it's good for when the girls are taking it too. But it's just funny that the only thing that X-Pac really gets copied for is the Bronco Buster. I don't think you really see many people doing the X Factor. But that's basically it. That's all their influence. Now, someone could argue Hulk Hogan was the most influential. Brother! No, he got wrestling to where it was, and he's the biggest star. He's not the most influential. Because even when he joined NWO, he started jacking their swag. Brother! All their shit. Brother! He started wearing their type of clothing. I'm telling you, go back and watch. Go back and watch. Hogan was the biggest until Stone Cold. But Hogan was the biggest. Not the most influential. Not by a long shot. I've never seen anybody model a match in the style of Hulk Hogan. just haven't seen it.
Brother!
Charismatically, he might have influenced people. I guess physique-wise. But I wouldn't say he's the most influential wrestler.
Brother!
Yes, and I know I said swag, you little marks. But Hogan still wasn't the most influential. He was part of something, but the NWO was Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Brother!
Hogan was the figurehead. That's it. And even that today is being copied with all the cliques and all the groups and all the stables going around today. So, who else has really influenced more people?
Brother!
You have the Bretts, you have the Owens, maybe you got the Pillmans. But I'm talking like significant impact and influence.
Brother!
Who's done more? You could argue Stone Cold.
What?
You could argue Stone Cold. The Rock doesn't count because he went off and just transcended wrestling, so I'm not counting that. But no one's really influenced more people of modern wrestling than the Kliq.
What?
And that's why this episode is called Children of the Kliq.
What a story, Mark.
So let me know in the comments below who you think is the most influential wrestler of our time.
What?
Who's the most influential group? Do you think it's the Kliq? Do you think it's Hulk Hogan? Do you think it's Sting? Do you think it's Ric Flair? Maybe Ric Flair too. He could have a fight for it because he influences a lot of rappers.
Woo!
But again, maybe not because that transcends wrestling. I'm just talking about wrestling specifically. Who was more influential to wrestling than the Kliq? And while we're on the topic of the Kliq, as you're down there leaving your comment, because you're a nice guy or girl,
Woo!
why don't you click like and subscribe? Ooh, and share. Let's spread the word. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Calling All Marks, and I really hope I see you again real soon. I've been Justin Draven, and you haven't.
Ah!